Okay. Um, I'm going live because I wanted to talk about the differences with Marvel and comics and DC. DC is more like if you seen the DC cartoon movies and let me adjust this a little bit, and you've seen the Marvel comics and the Marvel movies. The difference with Marvel and DC is DC is not supposed to be the same like Marvel. Um, the DC seems to come off as more or less. And they make movies about the DC Justice League. They show just a tad bit of the backgrounds on each character and how they come to be a group. It's not more so the singular the separate stories like with Marvel. I mean, it can be, but usually they when they focus on a character, they just focus on that character. But as if you're going to make it a like a movie type of thing, then you need to make it where how it is maybe just a tad about each of those characters in the movie, and then show how they're coming together. That was my whole issue with it. And people shit on the movies, which I think that it did deserve to be shit on because they had made those the movies, and the only one that seemed like it came out at all well was Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman was a decently made movie. I think they could have made it better. Um, they just it seemed to me it seems like they just made it okay or good enough. Um, then you have feminists complaining about how she's not covered up enough or some other issue with her. I think she played the role fine. Whenever I think of Wonder Woman, though, I think of a woman who's got some muscular built to her. Um, she's a tad too too skinny in my opinion, too small. But other than that, she's fine. She looks the part. I think the guy who plays Captain America is a worse looking Captain America than the woman playing Wonder Woman. Um, but the Marvel movies, yeah, you could nitpick and complain about the Marvel movies and about how Danny they killed all these characters and they killed Peter Parker. This so mean and blah blah blah. I mean, if you know about the comic books, you know that Thanos is able to bring them back. In the comic books, he brings them all back, the ones he killed. So it's not to me. It wouldn't be surprising. Um, what's kind of strange though is Captain America and Iron Man. Whenever they fight Thanos kills both of them. So that was kind of strange or odd that I've seen that in that movie. Is neither one of them died. They get fucked up pretty bad, but neither one of them died. I thought Iron Man would have died though, and this is a spoiler type of thing. I mean, I already did a live stream where I was talking about spoiler things in it, but Cap or yeah, or no, not Captain America, Iron Man. He like Thanos stabs Tony with I think his own device he had in his suit. He like takes it and he stabs him, and it goes right through him. So you would think that would actually kill him, but no, he pulls out this stuff and he's like, I guess he pulls the deal out of his side, and then he like sprays it on, and it closes it up, it seals it up. So I'm guessing he had some kind of magical spray that heals fatal wounds in your chest or in your sides. It was a really good movie, though. Like, I wasn't expecting it to be as similar to the comic book, but I think it was a enjoyable movie. Um, it was pretty well paced, pretty fast paced. If you definitely did not looking the whole time, you could miss quite a bit because it was going so fast. When they showed Red Skull in the movie, I was kind of surprised. But when you think about it, in one of the other movies, whenever he, I think it was the first Captain America, yeah, when he touches the stone, or is either that one or it was one of the other Avenger movies. Anyway, he touches the stone and it like I think he made him warp or disappear or some shit. But that makes sense because it made him you thought he was disintegrated, but he wasn't. He like reappears on that planet whenever they show him. Whenever Thanos is going after the Spirit Stone, he he ends up there. You see this black robed figure, but he's like floating, and there's like mist under his cape, and it just looks really weird because I know he had feet, so did it just replace his feet and make him like to where he had the power he could float? And they showed his face, and I was like, "Oh, holy shit!" So I was like, "This is cool." And he was explaining to Thanos that he got to hold the stone, and he said that the only way that you can grasp or hold the Spirit Stone is if you sacrifice something you love. And that's how you know he loved his daughter, but he sacrificed her just for that stone, so he could have that power, the power of the Spirit Stone. I mean, that's the only way he was going to get that stone. So, you know, it shows he actually did care for Gamora. So he's not just like a heartless evil being. You know, they actually make him have some really good character development. Thanos is just a badass. I mean, he's able to fuck shit up and then rebuild it. And in the comic books, he even fights all these different type of gods like that do different things, and he defeats them. Like he doesn't kill them off, but he like defeats them in a battle, and he like traps them away. And I don't know if they're going to do all of that or not. That would be actually pretty interesting if they did something like that in the movie. Like visually, I mean, if they showed them, like made a visual concept of those ideas of those characters and made them look representative of somewhat of what the comic book made them look like, I think you could have a visually artistic style of those things on screen. And it would be interesting to see him doing battle with those different type of gods that control like space, time, and all that other stuff. I would really like to see that in the next movie. That would be pretty cool. I was hoping they were going to put Lady Death in it though. Lady Death would have been cool to see in the movie and have that kind of thing going, where he's trying to murder everybody to please Lady Death, and that was kind of his motivation behind it too. That would have been interesting. I don't really get why they didn't kind of do that. That would have made sense because Deadpool and Thanos both love Lady Death, and I think Thanos gets mad at Deadpool because I think she leaves Thanos and hooks up with like Lady Death, and then whenever Thanos kills Deadpool, he's like so powerful he's able to kill Deadpool, but as soon as he kills Deadpool, like he realizes that he has to bring him back, because if he kills Deadpool off, then Deadpool actually gets to be with Lady Death because he's dead. And if he's not able to die, he can't be with her. So Thanos from what I remember, I think Thanos brings him back, so he can't be with him because Thanos wants to be with Lady Death. Because he gets jealous. He gets jealous of Deadpool, which why wouldn't you be jealous of Deadpool? He's not able to die. I mean, unless Thanos. With Deadpool is he's not able to die, so it doesn't seem like he has much of a weakness. Hello, and that to me seems like a character flaw in a way. Um, because like with Superman, if you talk about Superman he has weaknesses like kryptonite and magic, but I can't really think of any weaknesses that you could use against Deadpool unless you're able to chop him up into pieces and then lock those pieces up in a lockbox. Then he wouldn't be able to put himself back together. But other than that, I mean, because he knows how to fight, so it's not like it'd be an easy task to do since he knows how to do, you know, martial arts and type of fighting style. Yeah, just with the DC movies, I just think they just did an awful job. Um, yeah, that I just wanted to bring that up, and I will end my stream. Thank you for watching.